minutes of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your...
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. The 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Makes the score Jaguars 7, Colts nothing. Josh Lambo, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd and 9, Allen flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They run with Hines. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now Justin Coleman brings him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On first down. It's Fleming, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And
I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
58 to Mike. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
On 2nd down now. It's Hines trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready? 26 Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Check. General West. Check 13. Check 13. Hey, high 7. Look, squeeze.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Bam.
Back to throw here. The open man is Shark. It's complete. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
A quick throw complete to Chark. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Check. Lucky. 5. Shoot.
2nd and 5. Now he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll run here with Tavon Austin. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off. I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot, and if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you? Go get it.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Ready, go. 44.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hauschka with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The first down screen pass, good for 5. Back to throw.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Fournette on the counter, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, here's Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Second and 10. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of it.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell with his second touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Take over first and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Go.
Now back to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the carry here, it's Austin. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go.
Don't get nervous. Back.
Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen...
And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This fielded at the 2. And Carries up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd and 11. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
3 buck. Watch your shit.
Pilot, 64. Weak. Oh. Shoot.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
26 months. You ain't going nowhere.
He'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump.
Throwing again. Allen. Campbell making the catch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Allen now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd and 2. And he slings one that's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 36. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Not today, you want? Not today.
You draw quarters. Step.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will get him one closer. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's at 50, my 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, 76 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. From the gun, it's Allen. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
General West. Hey, Delta.
Get wide. No. Off.
Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Austin. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rock it. 60 outlaw.
Undercross. Out.
X3. 218. Chopper.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
I'm not. Quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 36 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Set the turn, defense. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Oliver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
1st down, Jaguars.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Brady. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll set up a throw. Now a desperate, and this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can